All right, so one other thing that came out of one of those Jim Benning scrums, I think on the Thursday, there was another very early on mention of Guillaume Brisebois.
And for the record, no one asked about Brisebois. No one asked about the defense. The question was something like, did you have to go in a direction? Riff on best player available, which he was asked maybe 300 times in the past 4 months leading up to this. But it was literally 45 seconds into the first day, the first availability, and we got a Brisebois! I was like, fuck, man.
Right, so I heard that, and I was like, this organization is so in on this guy because the same thing happened going back to Penticton last year, and you and I were there, and we know that he didn't have a great Penticton.
No.
And yet, it was the first name off Weisbrod's tongue
right away
when he was asked about players, and here we are, at the draft, and Jim Benning's mentioning Brisebois again, and so, that stood out at me, and I thought, damn, they love this guy, and I'm starting to worry that they're making organizational decisions behind the scenes based on the fact that they've got Brisebois.
Wow.
And I hope that's not the case.
I don't think that's...
But I tweeted out something to the effect of, I can't believe how often that name is offered up.
Yeah.
And
there was nothing wrong. And you said something like, they really believe in him.
Yeah.
We'll see how it works out.
Time will tell.
Time will tell, yeah.
But then Renaud Lavoie of TVA, he tweets...
You got mauled, man.
He tweets that I've seen this guy a couple of times, and I know what the GM sees. So from there, then all this French media, they were just piling on.
They wanted to crush
and then Brisebois' former junior team, the Charlottetown, whatever they are, the Islanders... Oh, yeah, no, they liked Renaud's tweet.
They did?
Yeah, they're just piling. Everybody's coming off the top rope. And I'm not even at the draft, and I'm just, I thought I was minding my own business, sort of, and I just was taking a pounding.
Yeah, that's to me, that's always the get out of jail free card. It could be bad, it could be good. Time will tell. We'll see what happens. Who gets mad about that? And the French guys came for you big time.
But the fact that he has seen him a couple of times, and that was enough.
Oh, that's all he
needs.
And
I'm not writing him off. He's 20 years old, his first pro season. But to me, he profiles, and I've read enough about him too and seen others.
Dude.
He profiles as, a bottom.
Every single person you talk to, no matter if they're high or low on him, say he profiles out as a 6 or 7 in the NHL. Everyone.
Right.
I bet I want to hear what the French media says.
I don't know.
Is he going to be more? Sorry, is he going to be more than a 6 or 7? You've got to be in your top 4, Renaud.
I don't know.
Does he?
I felt it was an attack on me for a pretty simple, innocent tweet.
I wish you went back though, Adam.
But
is he top 4? Is he going to be a top 4, Renaud?
Because he certainly didn't bring any offense in his first pro year.
Look, even the people that are highest on him say the same thing.
He skates well, fine.
From the bottom pairing on a defense, he's a 6 or 7 guy, and you can't. The whole point is, this is nothing against Brisebois, but you can't list him off as one of your top prospects. And if you do, you got a serious hole in your prospect list. And they conceded that over the course of this weekend. They went D3 of the first 4. So to me, that's not a big. Support of Brisebois and what he can do, and Judd talked about it. They saw a hole in their, and we all saw it. It was obvious. They had a hole in their defensive prospects. They needed it, and certainly at the pro level and in the minors, anywhere in the lineup, they didn't have anyone, and they haven't had anyone like Hughes in a long, long time, maybe ever. A guy who can skate like that, handle the puck like that. Man, I loved his confidence too. Sharp guy. Very quick in terms of when you're going back and forth with them. Great hockey IQ. They definitely lack that. And, bringing in a guy like Jet Wu, who probably, if all goes well, he's probably a bottom pairing guy in the NHL, and that's fine. He can develop into that. He can hit 205 pounds, 6 foot already. He can bash guys in junior, and he thinks that'll translate in the NHL. But last year, and I made this point on the podcast originally, I thought, that last year they went forward, goalie. This was set up to be the year to fix the defense. We'll see how it translates out. But with Quinn Hughes at the top, it's looking pretty good. And hopefully, pretty soon, when they list off their defensive prospects, They don't have to listen Brisebois. Like not every time. Like I'll take it once or twice a year, but it's been every single time they go down their defense and the depth in the organization, and we always get a Brisebois.
Well, and we don't just get a Brisebois. We get it. He's the first name, and it's early in these scrums. Like, if they had a couple other players and then his name came up, fine. He's just one of a group. But
Right.
it's
it
always
was 45
him,
seconds in.
and they did throw Chatfield in there as well. The other thing, sort of the fallout that I've seen here since they drafted Hughes on Friday night is this storyline now that the pressure's off Juolevi.
Well, that is absurd. I can't. Was that talked about on Saturday or Friday on the radio? Like, I can't believe people are tweeting that out. Did Jim say that?
Apparently he did. That now Juolevi doesn't have to be a power play guy.
He
that
really
Juolevi
said
can
that?
I think so. And I'm with you there.
I want to even go listen to this right now
He
because
was
I
a
can't.
5th overall pick.
No, Jim. The pressure. Did he really say that?
I believe.
Because the
so.
pressure is not fucking off Ole Juolevi. Don't. He needs to. Like what? What do you mean the pressure's off of him? Because of
I don't
what?
know. I don't get
What's
it.
Hughes even like? He's talking like Hughes has already made it and won Norris's if he's saying that.
And that Juolevi can just be a what?
Be
A
what?
bottom. He can be a bottom pairing guy too.
I gotta go back and before I freak out. I gotta yell. I gotta go back and listen to it because I don't want to. I want to be calm, breathe deep breaths. No, Juolevi. I mean, he's got like Quinn Hughes doesn't fix everything. Like it's a problem up and down that defense, 1 through 8. They need Juolevi to be great. If this thing is going to turn around, we can't just say, "Well, Juolevi can be a bottom pairing defenseman now, and the pressure's off, and he doesn't have to perform in the power play." You got him 6 overall.
I'm here. I was shocked when I heard it too, or saw it. Like, to me, Quinn Hughes is, he's the shiny new object in the organization. It does nothing to change the expectations or the pressure on Ole Juolevi. Again, this guy was a top 5 pick 2 years ago. You're telling me the pressure is off? Like, he's had the back surgery, and now they drafted Hughes, and now there's no expectations whatsoever?
Oh, my God. I'm floored by that. I just can't believe that that's a take because they need what's their future? I don't even get it. Like, if it's just going to be Hughes and a bunch of guys, we're not going to worry about Juolevi. Like, Juolevi's got to be good. Like, they need Juolevi to be great. They need Hughes to be great. Then you have 2 left side guys in your top 4, and now we can start talking about having a decent defense going forward. And to me, from what I've seen and heard about Juolevi, he's not a guy you want to say the pressure's off. Like, he's always relaxed. He's like too relaxed. And even Sammy Sal was talking to him. He's like, I'm actually worried about Juolevi's body language because sometimes he can give off, and he didn't say this, but I'm paraphrasing. Sometimes he can give off the I don't give a shit attitude, and that's not going to work in the NHL. And Salo has talked multiple times about how they've tried to drill in his head that he's got to be in better shape. To me, he doesn't sound like a guy that you want to say, like kick back and relax now, dude. We got Hughes here. Like, come on. Just hitch yourself to the ride.
Well, but if I'm the organization, you're right. Like, for all the things you just said, I would lump him in. Now we've got Hughes and Juolevi.
Yeah.
And kind of
now we got something going, boys. We got Hughes and Juolevi, and both are going to be great. Let's go. That's what I want to hear.
That's not what you heard.
They got the all-around guy. We got the all-around 3-zone defenseman in Juolevi. Super smart. He's going to help us on the power play. And now we've brought in our star skating, elite skater, dynamic defenseman in Hughes. In 3 years, we got a top 4 that's going to compete among the best in the league. Boom.
I think you're going to be waiting a while to hear that. Like,
come on.
No, as excited as Jim was, I don't see him getting to that level with that kind of proclamation. Just don't see that one happen. No, I don't see that happening.
Pressure's off, Juolevi. Like, I want to go home right now, and like I can't even believe that was said.
Well, I know. Like, so I hear that kind of stuff, and I just think to myself, like, the Nashville Predators botch were a great team. Like, they were a really good team this past year, built on this amazing defense, and they didn't get out of the second round. You know,
right?
Like, so
and everyone's like, "Oh, PK's up for the Norris. He's not even their best defenseman."
Right, but I hear this.
They got Josie, they got Ellis,
Ekholm. Nobody talks about Ekholm. No.
Right.
Yeah, and they didn't get out of the second round. Like, they lost to a good Winnipeg team, but they didn't get out of the second round. And I hear this, oh, the Canucks are 3 years away now. 3 years away from what? Like, you can make steps.
Wait, what do you mean? 3 years from having a team that can compete in the playoffs. Can be a playoff team and can compete. Dude, it's got to be, no?
I look around the NHL, like, there are fucking good, like, really good teams out there.
Oh, man, if we don't have a good team in 3 years, come on. Are you for real? The Canucks aren't going to have a good team in 3 years?
For them
everyone's got to be fired if that's the case.
Right, but for them to be a really good team in 3 years, all these prospects have to hit.
Right. Juolevi has the top. This is the case of every team, though.
I agree with that.
Your first round top end picks have to hit. You can't. They missed on Virtanen. Okay, they just did. He's not going to be that guy. Fine, let it go. They got to hit on the rest. The Jets hit on like 8 in a row.
That's my point. That's my point. So
yeah.
It's easy to say 3 years. Or, 3.
But if they're not a good team in 3 years, let's all go home. Let's fold. No, but like what? They've got to be good in 3 years. Come on.
I'm excited about Pettersson. Pettersson. Have we come to a consensus?
We're staying with Pettersson.
Pettersson, okay.
Because he said, okay, he said Peterson because he thinks that's how we want to hear it. His name is Pettersson. Is that right?
I want you to say it like that every single time you reference him from this point forward. In fact, I want you to say my last name like that. Can you do that for me? No. Humor me. Come on.
No. Patterson.
Thank you.
No, but
I'm excited.
Yes, I agree. Patterson has to hit. Hughes has to hit.
Right.
And guess who else has to hit? You fucking Levy! He's got to hit!
Oh, the pressure's off. He's on eeasy street. Easy street.